Good morning, everybody. Got a quick flip through. I'm going to give you of this book this morning. This is the last one that I've completed, and it's up for grabs, but I think it's spoken for. We'll see. I don't like to finalize anything on a book until the person that's wanting the book or thinks they want it sees the video and actually sees what's inside. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but I want to tell you a couple of things first, and I'm dreading to do this. I hope this does not upset anyone, but I have to tell you a couple of things. First, on the video, the giveaway. We're having a giveaway on the Grandma page, Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. You still have 24 hours to enter that contest. It closes about 5 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow morning. But I made a post on the Grandma page, and I said the contest starts now. Comment below. And I asked them to comment with a red heart. You know, I love the word love. I love red hearts. I'm just a sap for that kind of thing. So I thought, boy, what a neat post that would be if everybody commented with a red heart. Well, that has turned into a living nightmare because people are commenting all over the place with red hearts thinking they have entered the contest, and they have not. Only the red hearts under that comment box where I said it starts now, that's the only comments, the only entries that I'm going to count in the morning. So a lot of you think you've entered and you have not. So if anybody is not a member of the Grandma group yet and you want to be in the running for this overstuffed grandma bag, which is like I just gave away a week or so ago for the YouTube channel. If you want to be in the running for that, go on over there because there's only like 30 or 35 or 40. I did have a rough afternoon yesterday evening. I had to go to the chiropractor. I've been going for about a week now with a pinched nerve, and I had a really rough time after yesterday. So I didn't get back online. So I don't know if a lot more have entered in the right spot. But go on over there and see. Join us. I say we are the friendliest junk journal or friendliest crafting group on Facebook, and I believe we are. Somebody is always on there. There's a lot of fun going on. Debbie, Mary, Nancy, and I are not on all day long, but we jump off and on as we can. We're all really busy, and we're on there when we can, but somebody is always on there. It is a fun group and a very helpful group. So we'll help you with anything, and if you're not getting your answer, just tag me and I'll get to it. But there's not going to be a lot of entries, it doesn't look like, in the contest because I am only counting the entries under the post that says it starts now, comment below. So go on over and get in the running for that and join in our group, take part in the group, let your name be known, tell us a little bit about yourself and the kind of hobbies that you have, and if you make junk journals, just anything you want us to know. Okay, that's that on the giveaway. The prayer book. Oh my goodness. I've started the prayer book 3 times. Yesterday I spent 6 hours on the newest style of the prayer book. The first time, it just wasn't clicking. And the prayer book came about because I was making a needle book, and I just kept feeling like I needed to make a prayer book. And when I feel like that, I always think that's the Lord talking to me. Call me crazy, but I do. When I keep thinking something over and over and over in my mind, I think that is the Lord speaking to me. So I thought, okay, the Lord is, for some reason, wanting me to make a prayer book. So I pushed the needle books aside. Like everything else I've got pushed aside and started and pushed aside. And I started on a prayer book. Well, if the Lord was wanting me to make a prayer book, He has not. I don't know what's going on with that prayer book. I think He wants me to make some prayer books. And I think He wants them to be awesome. And I think He wants them to touch lives and really make a difference. But it's not clicking with me. I think the reason it's not clicking with me is because I wanted to do it one way, and I gave everybody 2 options, and they picked the second way. They wanted a pastel quilted cover. I did that because I had quite a few pastel quilted covers cut in these little sizes. But that is not going to work for a prayer book that looks like a prayer book from a grandma that lived 100 years ago. Grandma wouldn't have had a frilly little prayer book like this. I have a prayer book in mind. I believe it's the one the Lord wants me to make, and you call me crazy if you want to. I believe the book I have in mind for the prayer book is the book the Lord wants me to make. So I'm putting aside the little frilly quilted books. I have 10 of them started, just the pages and all. I don't have any content except in that one. That one I spent 6 hours on yesterday, but it's not clicking. It's just not working. So we're going to put that aside. I'm going to do it in the way that I feel the Lord is leading me to do it. And if nobody wants them when I get them done, I'm going to do 2, because I tagged Michelle and Betty yesterday, because they're the first 2 on the list of the 10 that wanted the prayer book. So I tagged them yesterday, and I said, I'm starting on the prayer books today. I'm going to do at least 2 this week. You are the first 2 on the list, and you will have first dibs. If you don't want it when it's done, it's okay. So Betty and Michelle will still have first dibs on these books that I'm starting over with for the 4th time. They will have first dibs. If nobody on that list of 10 people wants these prayer books, that's okay. But let me tell you, about 3 or 4 years, I made one of these prayer books like I have in mind, and like I feel like the Lord is leading me to do now. And about 31 people wanted those books. And I kept saying yes, 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 and I kept making a list and putting their names down. And then I felt, I get overwhelmed with things. I thought, I cannot do this. I can't take orders for 20 or 30 of the same book. So I put that aside. I did sell that one before it was even finished. I mean, it was one of the most beautiful books that I have ever made. And it was a grandma's prayer book. And it was made to look like it belonged to a grandma of 100 years ago or more. It was very, very aged. It was beautiful. So that's the prayer book that's going to be coming up for grabs. And I'm going to make 2. And Michelle and Betty have the first dibs on those 2 books. If they don't want them, I'll go down the list, 3 and 4. If they don't want them, I'll go down the list. If nobody wants them, that's fine. I have done what I feel like I was being led to do. And there's not a doubt in my mind the books are going to sell. I'm not worried about that at all. But I am going to give the 10 people on this list first dibs on these books. Then if I can still make some more and somebody else wants them, that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do on the prayer book. The prayer book is scratched for the 3rd time. Oops, got that scanner turned up because we have a manhunt just about a half a mile down the road from us. So if I disappear, I've gone to catch him. I like to be the volunteer deputy of Massac County. Anyway, so the prayer book is, it's not scratched. I'm working on it. I'm starting over for the 4th time this morning. So that's okay. I'll still try to have 1 or 2 out yet this week if I can. I am having a terrible time with this pinched nerve. He said my back is more knotted up than anybody he's seen, and he doesn't even know when. But, I'm so hyper. I stay so tensed up all the time, and I've always got so many things going. So that's it. That's it on the giveaway. That's it on the prayer book. More on both of those later. This is the book that I have going up today, and I do have one friend that has asked for first dibs on it. She will get first dibs on it. It's a very frilly book. I'm really not drawn to the frilly books, and I have a hard time with the pastel frilly books. I like the dark, grungy. I like the books that look like they were found in an old cabin that belonged to a grandma 100 years ago. That's the ones that are easy for me. I can just throw them out there like crazy. But this is a book like a lot of people are making these books, and Girl on the Ridge makes a lot of them. And it's the kind of book where a lot of the pages just have one little thing on them, or 1 or 2 little things on them. And I love them, but they're eye candy. Most of them are eye candy. There's nothing really in them. They're just cute. And I have actually bought 2 of those books myself. So I love them, and I have bought them and paid good money for them. But, and so I wanted to make one. So is this the 2nd or 3rd time? The first one I started on ended up being a $125 book. I was trying to make a little $35 or $45 book or something, that I could sell in quantity, because I want to be able to offer books for $25 or $35 that just almost anybody could afford. And so you'll have a piece of the work, and even something that you can go ahead and embellish on and do something with yourself. I'm trying my best to come up with some things like that. But then I get the book started, even if it's a small book, and I get so carried away. So this is what we have now. You've got the little girl on the front, the little, this is a baby blanket back here, and a lot of creepy cloth, and the flowers from Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. Speaking of this stuff here, if anybody knows what this is, post below, because I bought some. I don't even know if I bought it on Etsy or if I bought it on Amazon, because I buy a lot on Amazon. It's heavier fabric, heavier than even muslin. I don't know what it is. I should have pressed a piece out so you could see it good. Here's a piece that's a little bit better. I love that, and I don't know what it is to look for it on Etsy again, but I'd like to get some more of it. I bought this and some of that sari silk, and I do like the sari silk, but I love that grungy looking stuff. Okay, so this is the front of this. This is the inside, and I tried to make it simple. Some of the pages I did want to embellish on, so you really have something in the book. This is a little glassine bag with one of the distressed pencils in there, just some papers in there for you to write on. This is just a stack of little envelopes. This says, always be on the lookout for wonder, for the presence of wonder. This is one of those little flowers from the roll on Hobby Lobby, and they're on sale this week. And this is just some little foo-foo on each page. See, I didn't detail the pages like I'm used to doing, and this was very hard to leave this page undone, but that does look cute. To me, it looks cute. Okay, and then we just keep on going. A lot of the people that make these books have pages that don't have anything on it. Oh my goodness, I couldn't do that. If we run across one in here that I have missed this morning, that page will be getting worked on as soon as I start working this morning. So this is just a lot of room for you to write on or embellish in whatever way you want to. Just some odds and ends in here. Some creepy cloth. That's just a piece of, one of the embellishment papers that I've cut out. This says, if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. I absolutely love that quote. Just absolutely love that quote. This is just a big lace ruffle. This says, make today so awesome that yesterday gets jealous. I love that. This says, a person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. Oh, and it'll go on and on. I can't keep reading. I've got to get this uploaded and get it posted. Just a little lace and a chicken. I'm going to make everything around me beautiful, and that will be my life. And this girl, I've used that. I did a whole book one time, 3 or 4 years ago, on The Lost Art of Homemaking, and that was the neatest book, and I put this girl on the cover, and it was one of the big books. I used to do big books all the time. Oh my goodness. But it was a absolutely beautiful book. Had a lot of recipes in it, a lot of real old handwritten recipes, a lot of pattern stuff and needlework stuff, and it was a beautiful book. Let's see. This is just, there's a thread from glue. This is just a piece of cardboard down here. This is a piece of cardboard at the base of this, and I've just put some foo-foo on top. This is just some written pages. This is just a big doily that I just folded and glued down. Love, peace, hope, and joy. And a bow. This is a sari silk bow. Just some foo-foo. This is fabric. And that's paper. This is fabric. A lot of fabric in the book. There's some dogwood blossoms and a doily. This envelope, I have put some of the fabric that I have used here. So if you want to embellish on the book, you have some of the fabric that's already in the book. There's some of this green dotted in there. Let's see. That pink that I saw a while ago, that's in there. Where is it? Oh, let's see. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Well, I know we just went across some pink. Oh, there it is. Some of this is in there. There's some lace in there. And there's some of this in there. Even though I'm short on this and don't know what it is, so I can order more, I've given someone some of it. But that's what's in here. It's just some stuff so you can work on the book and embellish it more. And if you want to try to copy the old grandma style, you'll have some of the same fabric and things in there in this, so you can go ahead and do your thing. This is the reading. I love this reading. It just starts out, what if I read you a story that started once upon a time? And then this is a story over here. It says, a Sunday kind of love. And it says a story up here. And this is just a piece of weed out of my garden, really. Just a piece. It's not even out of the garden. It's out of the yard. Piece of bark off the old Uncle Remus tree. Just some foo-foo. Make today so awesome, yesterday gets jealous. Well, I had that on another little quote, but that's okay. That's a good quote. Okay, just some embellishments on these pages, just a little bit. A lot of writing space in here. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in the person's determination. I love that. Okay. This is just a piece of quilt on the bottom, and there's some lace. It's just layered foo-foo. Some lace, some creepy cloth, a piece of fabric, 2 or 3 pieces of fabric, a big flower, a button on the flower. This is on a roll at Hobby Lobby. This is a piece of corrugated cardboard underneath with creepy cloth on top and some buttons on that. This is ribbon on a roll from Hobby Lobby. That's a pretty ribbon. It's on a roll at Hobby Lobby. It's on sale this week. Half off. This is some more of that ruffle, a bow out of the fabric. And this is a pocket made out of a quilt piece. And a big button, and this just has some of my favorite quotes in there. I love to sit in silence, and I sit beside the fire and think, and I don't know what all. There's several readings in there. So this is a really, really neat book. It's going to be up for grabs if this friend does not want it, and I won't call her name and put her on the spot, but if she doesn't want it, it will be up for grabs. So message me on Facebook. Find me on Facebook, Kay Comer on Facebook. Send me a private message about anything. I don't take special orders, but people do ask for first dibs on books that are coming up and this and that, or ask to be put on a waiting list, and I do that. So, okay, that's it. We're up to 17 minutes, and I didn't mean to make it that long. Hope you all have a super duper grand and groovy day. Hope you get a little kindness and spread a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. And that's it for now. Be going on the prayer journals this morning. We'll see where that one goes. Love and hugs.